Hello and welcome back to
Video Nerds.
I'm the ManNerd and I am here with Mr.
Stepehshred, that is me.
All right, this one's going to be a quick one. Why don't you bring us into this one?
So today we are going to be talking about part 1 of season 3 of The Witcher. So this series has been somewhat controversial from the beginning. The casting decisions, some of the ways that they've gone about things, a lot of people don't like. The actors seem to be a thing that people don't like as well. People say that there's bad acting in the show. But the one thing that they can say is that the show has stuck to the source material. And that is mainly because Henry Cavill would not allow them to start making stuff up and making stuff weird, because he absolutely loves this series. And he actually fought to play Geralt. But this is his last season on the show. He's no longer playing Geralt. And when you have somebody that loves the series so much, and their biggest thing is don't mess with what makes the series good, and now they're leaving, it kind of gives you a hint of what the issue is. And I feel like we're kind of getting it, because I was not happy with this with this first half. It was a
grind.
Yep. I was not feeling it. Which is crazy because the first 2 seasons I really enjoyed. This one, man, this felt like work.
Yeah, this one was rough. It is a story about a monster hunter. We had like 4 monsters in these 5 episodes, and not big parts at all. Not like hunting, not like doing this. It's that overarching story, pretty much about Ciri and Yennefer, and that's it. And in politics, it was very boring.
Yeah, it felt like the worst parts of Game of Thrones. Because you have a million characters, all of them do different things, all of them have different names, and all of their names are also followed by the place that they're from, and they're all made up places. I can only hear so many blah 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 from blah blah blah. You know, it drives me insane. Like Yennefer of Vengerberg, that is the only one I remember. Geralt of Rivia, I forgot that of Rivia is part of his name too. But yep. It's like, why does everyone need to tell us where they're from? I don't care. Like, this season drove me crazy. It's literally, like I said, the worst parts of Game of Thrones. Tons of new characters, old characters that have not been like important for so long that I forgot who they are, and they're all just talking. It's just all politics. The whole thing is that everyone's after Ciri. You know, we got the big reveal last season, which I already knew because I played The Witcher 3, that Ciri's dad is the king of, God, I can't even remember what it's called.
There's the 2 big nations pretty much warring. I didn't even keep up with that because I don't care. I'm here to see Henry Cavill kick ass, man. That's why I'm here. And he barely kicked ass.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, a lot of people had the big complaint that last season it felt like we were watching The Witcher, but The Witcher wasn't in it, which, fair enough, but the moments that he was in it were really good. Like episode 1,
really good.
Really, really good.
Yeah, and that ending was actually pretty damn sweet. There was big battles. It was good.
Yeah, like everything that happened in season 2, like with Geralt, was really cool. And that made up for him not being as active of a main character as, you know, people would have liked. For me, at least. But this season, man, he's barely in it. And when he is, it's like the thing with Henry Cavill playing Geralt is he has like these mannerisms and the way that he just goes about just being Geralt, where it's like it's comedic without being comedic. You know what I mean? Like when they're in this big meeting of all the mages and everything, and they have like the fancy dance after and the dinner, and he's just so like, I do not care about any of this. It almost felt like he was playing the part of like the audience. He's like, I don't care. I don't like these people. This sucks. I'm dressed all fancy. I don't want to be. Like, I just want to leave. And it's like,
will you join me? No. Excuse me. And walks away.
Yeah, it's like Henry Cavill is so good at portraying that. But then the idea that he's not going to be in the role anymore, it's just like the moments that we do get to see him be Geralt and just like do that, even the parts that aren't super actiony like that are good. You know, like just the little things that he does make the character good. But yeah, man, it was so few and far between this season. I just could not get into it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to hit the spoiler alert. We'll get into details on just a few things. I want to talk about the monsters, what you thought about those, even though there was only like a few.
Yeah.
But here we go. Let's do it.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
All right. Your favorite monster of this part of the season?
That would be the boat, the big fish monster. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite too.
They all weird, complicated names.
Yeah, they always do. But yeah, that was cool. That was probably the coolest monster fight of this part.
Yeah, definitely. And God, I was so ready to just turn it off for a while as soon as I heard the super annoying singing people, and then they start going around the ship and singing to people and trying to get Siri to dance with them.
I was hoping they'd get eaten.
I know. I was like, are we really about to do this? The typical, we're going to sing for you. I don't want you to sing, but we're going to sing anyways, and we're going to bring you into it, and we're going to sing around you, and you're going to be pouty about it. Like, I hate that when they do that in shows and movies. I absolutely hate that. I feel like it is like a thing, that it happens enough that it is a thing. There's the grumpy person that doesn't want to be a part of it, and that's supposed to be the comedic value of their singing and dancing and doing all this thing, and this person just doesn't want to be a part of it. I hate that. I hate that trope.
It's like they didn't take it seriously that they're going to come across a monster that needs to be killed.
Yeah.
It's like, you live in this world where this happens. Come on.
Yeah, so as soon as the monster came out, I was like, hell yeah, just kill them all, please. And then, you know, it was a cool little fight. You know, we got to see Siri really take up the whole Witcher role. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty much the highlight. How about you?
Yeah, I wanted, that was my highlight of the monster fights, but I really wanted that one when Geralt was in the castle and you see those heads on tendrils just come out of the wall, and they're pleading with him, and then eventually you see this monster just made up of all the limbs of the bodies come after him. Mm-hmm. I wanted that to be my favorite, but the CGI was so bad. I couldn't. It looks so horrible. I was like, come on guys, you could do better than that. Holy shit.
Yeah, like that one was just a little weird because I thought that was going to be a bigger thing, and it really wasn't. I thought we were going to get something like crazy happening, like maybe we're going to get an unveiling of something or something bigger. I don't know, like weird monster put together of like other people. I thought it was going to like lead to something, but it was just kind of its own thing, and then that was that. And
they didn't explain why those people were in the walls with their heads coming out, and then the monster with the limbs. There was some sort of mind control experiments, but what does that have to do with making monsters? I don't know. That was just weird.
It honestly might have been a thing where we were just bad at our jobs because we were so bored. Maybe they did explain it, but it's like
they might have.
Yeah, if you're gonna feed us what's the word? If you're gonna feed us like plot points and all these things during these super long, dragged out conversations between two people that like don't like each other and are doing this whole like dumb thing where it's like, I don't like you, you don't like me, I'm on this side, you're on that side, but we're still gonna talk about something important, so you gotta pay attention. It's like, dude, I don't care. It's like, I really don't care. Yeah.
Give me the beefy hunk with a sword. Come on.
It's like, dude, just fight. Like, show us why Geralt is cool. Like, that's all I cared about. Just
yeah, and then you think you're gonna see the wild hunt, but you only see him for a little bit, and it's like a little teaser, little snippet.
Yeah, I was just really unhappy with this, to the point where I think after episode 3, I hopped off of Netflix. I started watching a new anime, Heavenly Delusion. I literally finished it. Then I decided to go back to The Witcher because I was like, well, we got to do our review, so I got to finish it.
Yep, there's the grind part. Now I'm gonna end this with the worst part of this season. The final effing episode. What the hell were they thinking? A party with all these political figures, all these mages, all these people from all around, you get through it and you're like, I'm like, okay, there's still plenty to go on this episode. Cool. They made it through, you know, the happenings of the ball, what happened, and out to Yennefer and Geralt just, you know, making love, all that. No, they had to go and show every freaking person's perspective of that ball. What did you think of that? I did not like that at all. That was the entire episode. I was like, what the fuck are you thinking?
It reminded me of the way that the first season was done, but in a horrible version of it. Like, because the first season, you know, it happens out of order, which was very confusing, which I watched the first season so many times.
It worked.
Yeah, I watched the first season so many times that it worked. Like, I was like, okay, I understand what's happening. But the idea of within that first season, you do see certain events and, you know, you see different perspectives. Like, you know, when Geralt comes into into Sintra and they end up arresting him and taking him away. And Ciri looks over because she sees him out of the corner of her eye. But we'd seen that scene before, and we thought she was seeing something else when they showed it the first time. You know, it's like...
And that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, we're seeing where everything comes together. This would just... Man, this just felt like one of those terrible wannabe ripoff, like... Quentin Tarantino movies where they want to show you like every character leading up to the event.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
Like, oh man.
It's like, come on.
It was
after
so
it
boring.
started again, I was like, wait, didn't I see this? Oh shit, they're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
And I hated it even more because they literally showed the same scenes over. It wasn't.
They did.
It wasn't. Here's the
And then
main
they continued the
perspective.
scenes.
Yeah, it wasn't. Here's the main perspective, and here's everything leading up to it. It was. Here's the main perspective, here's what's leading up to it, and that perspective again. Here it is again, and now we see that scene again. Here it is again, and now we see that scene again. Like,
But from a different camera angle, so it's different.
oh my god, it was driving me crazy. At that point, I think I just started playing Elden Ring, and I was just like, okay, like, it's still going, okay.
I had to skip through the episode again just to see what the last words of the episode were because I was doing something else.
I think I did too. I think as soon as it ended, I looked over. I was like, oh, let me rewind it real quick. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's that.
Yeah.
All right. Rating time, man. Rating. What are you thinking on this?
Just because the monster fights were cool and I liked some of Geralt's parts. Like, I think Henry Cavill's awesome. Like, I like him in most things that I see him in. I'm going to give it a D6. I don't think it was a critical failure to go D4, but yeah, there's some essence of D4. The whole idea of would not finish if we didn't have to review it.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
But I'm gonna go D6 because the cool parts were really cool. I just wish there's more of them. How about you?
I was thinking the same thing, man. You read my mind. D6 all the way. Didn't want to go full bore critical fail, but still, it wasn't that great.
It was about as close as you get, which means that out of our reviews, man, we got 2 Netflix stinkers in a row.
Yeah, we do. Black Mirror and this. They got to up their game, man.
They're messing up.
Damn.
They're getting too comfy, man.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, till next time, it's definitely not going to be a stinker because we already know the next couple we're doing. So until next time.
Until next time, people.
See ya.
See ya.